Hey guys, so this is the second part of my two-part clip. The first part was cleaning up the aquaponics beds and just trimming things back and doing a bit of a harvest. This clip is now going to be on how I plant out my seedlings and seeds and things in the aquaponics. So I'll show you how I do that, and then we'll quickly have a look at a few other things around the place in the garden. So anyway, without any further ado, we'll get over the other side and start planting a few things. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to be planting out is this rainbow chard, which grows really good in the aquaponics in winter. So first thing we need is like a bucket with some water in it, or a small container with some water. What I like to do is just add some of this, a bit harder to light, I'm going to put it down, just a splash of this seaweed solution to the water. I'll do that now. Not much, just a couple of cupfuls, and yeah, I like to pop out these little seedlings and leave them in the water soaking for a while, just so it sort of soaks that up, because what we need to do is get all the dirt away from the seedlings, because obviously we're planting it in this grow medium which obviously doesn't require dirt. So we'll leave that soaking for a bit and we'll come back and we'll get the dirt off, and then I'll show you next step. Alright, so next step, you can see here this has been soaking for about 15 minutes and I've cleaned off all the dirt, well, majority of. You don't have to be too fussy, but yeah, you want to get most of the dirt off. Next job is to get some sort of like a cylinder piece of plastic like this, push it down into the grow media where you want to plant it, and then just scoop out the gravel. You see this one's just about to go on a drain cycle. You can see the water level just coming up there. Anyway, we'll move on. So what you want to do, this is going to be tricky to do one-handed, is put the plant in there and then remove the cylinder, and the gravel will fall back away from it. Oh, I don't want to squash this one, it's a little bit tricky to do one-handed, sorry guys. But you get the general idea. You really need two hands to do this. And then backfill with the gravel back around it till you get it to level. And that's as simple as that. So I'll go through and I'll do the rest of these, and then we'll move on and I'll show you how you plant out these grow tubes as well. So I've got some pak choy around the other side that needs to go in. So we'll do that, I'll give you a look and then I'll show you that. So there's the rainbow chard planted out, and yes, they are looking a little bit droopy, but never fear. As long as you plant them in the late afternoon and they get to the cool, you can see like this one in the shade's already sprung back up. So most of these by tomorrow morning should have settled in and they'll come good. And then over the other side we've planted out this is English spinach, dotted out through there, and in the bed up here we've got some broccoli scattered through here. And then now we're going to go do the tube on the other side, and also these beans. Okay, so now we're going to plant out these bok choy. Now if you're careful enough, most times when you buy these little 8-pack punnets, they'll plant 2 in there just to ensure that they get one germinate in each little cell. So if you're careful enough, you can get them like this, whoops, after you've got the dirt off them. And as long as you get some roots on each one, carefully pry them apart like that, and then you get two for the price of one. So I'll show you in a minute how many we got out of this 8-pack punnet. But the next step is simply just to sort of sit it in the net pot like this, so that it's sort of sitting in the position you want, and then just build back in around like that, just trying to keep it in the same position in the middle. As you can see, the kids are out the back today. School holidays, so they're having a bit of fun. And there we go. So that one is now ready to go back into the cup holder. Alright, so we'll put this one down the end here in the last hole. Just click it in like that, and it's as simple as that. Now from this 8-pack tube, we got 8-pack punnet, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bok choy. So it'd be really good if you can go to the time and effort of separating them out. And lastly, don't forget, don't waste this lovely rich water. If you've got a plant that needs some topping up with a bit of extra soil, like a pot or something, just tip that in, and then you got your sea salt in there as well, so feed up your plants. Yeah, good one. Last thing I'm going to show you today planting out is we've got some green beans here. There's a nice little branch there that I saved. They almost look like Tic Tacs. In aquaponics, it's really easy to grow beans. You can start them off in soil first and then wash off the dirt and transplant them, but I found beans you can pretty much literally just put like a couple in each spot where you want them. So I'll just space these a little bit through here. You don't have to be really too careful with them either, just like that. And then just poke them down a little bit, and in about 4 days, guaranteed, those will come up. As long as you don't go too deep, and then they'll just rot. But that's fine, that's done. So yeah, beans, pretty easy in aquaponics. So I did promise I'd show you a couple of other bits and pieces in the garden. This is one thing I really wanted to show you, was this really lovely huge pineapple. It's full size. We don't normally get them full size, they grow to about half size, but this one obviously really likes this particular pot and this particular spot. It's got some nice pups growing off the side as well. That's not the only one, we've got another one growing here. This one's almost the same size, and it's also got some nice pups on the side. We've got another quite small one up the front there. So the pineapples seem to have done really well this year, and yes, there's my kids being practical jokers again on me, putting a fake rubber snake in the leaves. They've already caught me once with this. They put it in with the asparagus and frightened the life out of me. So ever the pranksters, my children. Anyway, we'll go and I'll show you over at the wicking beds. What are you being, a scarecrow? Yeah. School holidays, so the kids are at home. They're just sort of having a bit of a muck around in the garden today, enjoying the sunshine, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. So here's the wicking beds. The asparagus has all been cut back, but it keeps bouncing back, seeing as the sun's out quite a bit lately. This one's also full of asparagus, and this one, they're still coming along. The rhubarb has done extremely well. It's ready for a harvest. They're not really thick, the stalks, but there is plenty here. So these are due for a big cut back, and Mum will be happy. She gets a stewed apple and rhubarb. And this last one here has got, I think this is some more snow peas, and I just planted a tiny bit of dill through here. And this is the last of the rosella, which I did try to make the rosella cordial, but I think I didn't do it correctly, or I did something wrong. I need to Google that, because it didn't taste that fantastic. Yeah. So lastly, I thought I'd take you around the other side and show you. I haven't been around and touched and done anything around here since early summer, so I need to get on, because I'm going to do winter planting here. I've started by cutting back the grapevine, but sorry about the sun, I'll try getting a spot where it's not so bad. There we go. As you can see, I've got a lot of work to do around this side. It hasn't been touched since summer, so the beds need to be turned over. The old tomato vines and beans that are here need to be ripped out. Just thought I'd show you that, yeah, this has not been touched. The weeds coming around on the paving, and a bit of weeds through here, so I've got plenty of work to do to catch up to get this back spick and span and in shape. But that'll be my next clip, probably in a couple of weeks time. So I thought I'd leave you with a view of the fish. These were the small ones, they're not so small anymore. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I know it's been a while since I've done a clip. and yeah, the focus has been pretty much on the aquaponics these days. But I will, like I said, next clip, promise to do one up in the veggie patch where I'll be planting out. Hopefully this time I won't get smashed with bugs and pests and things. But yeah, until that video guys, thanks for watching, and see you in the future.